Why is this failure here? My mother's voice cut through the air like a rusted blade, blunt, cruel, and deliberate. My sister's smirk followed. You're not on the guest list. And my father didn't flinch, didn't blink, just stared past me like I was another piece of expensive furniture he'd long stopped noticing. He smiled and said nothing, but inside the words were already coiled, sharp, precise, ready. I had been erased, and now I was here to remind them who I was. Years ago, I left this house with nothing but a suitcase full of silence. No goodbyes, no warmth, just the sting of betrayal and the echo of slammed doors. They'd chosen my replacement, someone easier to parade around. My cousin Evan, polished, obedient, smiled in cue. He took my room, my seat at the table, my future in the family business. I watched from the outside as he slipped into my life, like he was born for it. I was 23. I had just confessed that I wanted to leave law school to pursue writing. They didn't scream. They didn't fight. They simply stopped ignoring me. Dad rewrote his will. Mom blocked my number. My sister Olivia updated her social media bio. Only child of two proud parents. The betrayal wasn't loud. It was surgical, clean, clinical. And it worked until it didn't. I didn't spiral, I built. It took 9 years. But I turned the exile into a blueprint. First, I disappeared, changed my name legally, took freelance jobs under aliases, built a portfolio, a reputation, wrote speeches for CEOs who didn't know my face, but paid me 5 figures for a sentence. Then I built my own company. Low profile, high impact, ghostwriting, corporate crisis strategy, political damage control. I became the voice behind powerful men who couldn't string a sentence under pressure. They called me the pen, the one who made bad things go away, or made them worse, if that was the strategy. I learned how reputation worked, how to destroy it quietly, how to bury a man's career in 10 words or less. I never mentioned my family, but I never forgot them. 2 years ago, I found the crack. My cousin Evan, the golden son, the heir to my father's company. Turns out, the clean suit-covered dirty hands, insider trading, tax evasion, a side business laundering crypto through shell charities. Sloppy. He had made enemies, but none like me. I watched him for a year, collected data, screenshots, leaked audio from a phone he thought was encrypted. I knew the right people, the ones who owed me favors. Then I began to pull threads. An anonymous tip to the IRS, another to the SEC, a third to a journalist whose scandal exposés had teeth. But I saved the last move for today. My sister's engagement party. The one with the guest list I wasn't on. I walked into the estate like I belonged because once I did. Same marble floor, same cold chandeliers, same faces that had once turned away. Now they stared. I wore silence like a weapon, and I walked to the center of the room, where Olivia clutched her flute of champagne, and my mother whispered venom into a politician's ear. That's when Mom snapped, "Why is this failure here?" And Olivia smirked. "You're not on the guest list." My father looked right through me. I smiled and said, "I just wanted to see who Evan replaced me for." That silenced them. I turned to the projector screen behind the cake table. "Mind if I share something?" I didn't wait for permission. I clicked the remote in my pocket. The screen lit up with Evan's face. Grainy security cam footage. Him handing a briefcase to a known money launderer in Belize. Slide. A spreadsheet of accounts traced to offshore havens. Slide audio clip. "If the IRS finds this, I'm—" The room cracked open with gasps. Evans tumbled forward from the crowd, pale and sweating. "This is fake." I looked at him. "Tell that to the IRS or your fiancé." She was already backing away from him. I turned to my parents. "You erased me, replaced me, and I waited, not to prove I mattered, but to let time rot the lie you built. And now here we're My father's face went pale. My mother finally had no words. Olivia's phone was already lighting up with text as the story spread online. Evan tried to charge at me, but security intercepted him. Guess someone thought I might need protection today. Smart. An hour later, I stood outside the house as Evan was taken away by 2 federal agents. My mother sobbed into her pearls. My father sat on the porch, staring at nothing. And Olivia, she wasn't for once. I turned my back to the estate and felt nothing. No grief, no regret, only air, free and clean. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, precise. 9 years ago they raced me. Today I reminded them, not through tears, but through truth sharpened into a blade. And now they know I was never the failure. I was just the patient one.